Hello, this is Ugo Uche with Road to Resolutions, and that's road, the number 2 resolutions.com. In this video, I am going to be discussing about 3 rules of engagement to keep in mind when arguing with somebody. So the 3 rules of engagement are: number 1, keep your desire to be validated in check. Number 2, be open to critical feedback. And number 3, do not come from an emotionally wounded place. I will expand on number 1. Okay, so number 1 goes like this. Happy people like for other people around them to be happy. People who are experiencing misery like for other people around them to experience misery. And people who are feeling fearful like for other people around them to be feeling fearful, and so on and so forth. You know, particularly with the people who are feeling fear, you would think that if you're feeling fear, you would at least want one person in the vicinity to exercise courage, to take one for the team, so at the very least, in a life or death situation, you would want to live on another day. But the reality is, our desire to be validated is so strong that it's irrational. And the reason for this is because we're social beings. We want to belong. And if our feelings are in sync with the rest of the feelings of the community, we feel right. You know, we do not feel ostracized, we do not feel like outcasts, we feel comfortable, and we feel that we're doing the right thing. Our desire to belong is why cultures exist, why languages exist, and why styles of dress exist, and so on and so forth. To get into an argument with somebody, you have to recognize that it is inherent in human nature to want to be validated, and you and the other person are possibly going to be coming from a place of validation, and you need to temporarily suspend your desire to be validated. You can simply tell yourself that you're not entitled to be validated. No one has to agree with what you have to say. Just come to the table and state your truth and move on with your day. Number 2, being open to critical feedback. What people like to do when they're struggling to make a rational point is they would like to draw these stretched out, thin pieces of truth to a personal flaw of the person. If the shoe fits, wear it. The best way to disarm people who are launching personal attacks by you is to agree with what's true, and so therefore you can also disagree with what's not true and not get upset and easily flustered. Number 3, do not come from an emotionally wounded place. Oftentimes what triggers an argument is being on the receiving end of a personal attack in which you've been offended and in which you've been hurt. Do acknowledge your feelings of hurt. Do acknowledge your feelings of pain. If you insist on proceeding with the argument, put your feelings of hurt and pain to the side and simply state what your beliefs and your values are, what your rational points are. Listen to what the other person has to say and move on with your life. This is Ugo Uche with Road to Resolutions. Road to Resolutions is my website. I'm a psychotherapist and I'm also a life coach. The link to the website is in the description box. And thank you for watching.